CageMinds.com, Michael Frankel. We got Borg with us. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you, man?
I'm great. You got UFC Fight Night, what is the 73 or something coming up?
Yeah, UFC Fight Night 73, Fight Night Nashville, whichever one it is, I'm not sure.
Something like that, but you're going to be heading out to Nashville, Tennessee, taking on Geane Herrera. We think we got his name right, not totally sure on that one.
Yeah, I think it's John. It doesn't matter. I mean,
apologies for messing up the name.
He's just another name, so it's cool.
So is it disrespect? You're in the top 15 and you're welcoming a guy from RFA into the division?
Not at all. He's a really tough guy, and you know, him stepping up to fight me is more than what I can say for 2 or 3 guys who are on the roster right now who didn't take the fight. So I mean, you know, much respect to him. I believe he's a very tough opponent. He's, you know, he presents a pretty cool style, which is going to match up pretty well with mine, and I think, you know, we'll end up striking and throwing down, you know, quite a bit.
Kind of the rumor was going on that you were hard to match up with for these last couple weeks. Been trying to get you a fight, and that's where Mr. Herrera gets this opportunity. So what's it like for you at this level, struggling to find a guy that wants to step in that octagon?
It's tough, and it's kind of cool at the same time. It's a compliment, the fact that, you know, no one really wants to fight me. You know, everybody's kind of scared. Nobody really wants to lose, but I mean, you know, then again, it kind of sucks because, you know, flyweights are already having a hard time getting some work, so, you know, it's tough, but it's a compliment at the same time.
And then it's Reebock time now. So I didn't know what to really think when I saw the fight kits. What was your initial reaction?
To be honest, man, I really don't care about the whole Reebock deal. I mean, can the money be better? Yeah, the money can always be better. Everyone's always going to be complaining about money. I mean, you know, I'll be getting paid like $2,500 or something like that, but I mean, that's the payday I got from my last sponsorship deal, so I mean, I'm not taking a pay cut. I might be even getting a pay raise, but so, and the whole uniform fight kit, I mean, to be honest, if you're too worried about what you look like when you're going in the cage, then your head's probably not in the right spot. So, you know, fight kits, whether they look cool or not, you know, it doesn't bother me. I'm not in there to look cool. I'm in there to fight.
Well, even outside of it, did you ever look at it and think, wow, this is a jersey. It's classified as a jersey with your name on it, you know? Something different for MMA. It wasn't really jersey, you know, everyone had a signature shirt. But now they're jerseys. It's something, you know, NBA, NFL-esque.
Yeah, you know, we're trying to, I mean, like I said, you know, I don't really, it doesn't matter to me, jersey, no jersey, tank top, you know, crop top, whatever it is, you know, it don't matter to me. I mean, they're trying to make this sport as clean as possible. You know, when this first sport came in, everyone thought of it as human cockfighting. So, you know, they're trying to make it more presentable, more like an actual sport rather than just a blood sport where a bunch of dudes go in there and try and kill each other. So, I mean, you know, it is what it is.
We're going to give it a second. There's a train going by, everybody.
All right. Sounds good. It's almost done.
It's the rail runner here in New Mexico.
Bear with us.
All right, back to Reebock. So you got the fight coming up, going out to Nashville. Have you thought about after the fight, we know you like your Twinkies, but there's going to be some good barbecue out in that area.
Yeah, I'm actually really excited because I actually leave out there on my 22nd birthday. And then right after that, on the 11th, is my little brother's birthday. And he's going out with me. It's pretty cool. You know, one of my dreams as a kid was, you know, to have my little brother in my corner because, you know, that guy's my dude. You know, he's with me all the time. You know, when he's living up with my mom, I drive 6 hours just to go pick him up every weekend. And it's pretty cool because he gets to be in my corner for this fight, which means a lot to me. And his birthday's on the 11th. So, you know, we're going to go out there and we're going to, you know, beat up Geane Herrera and then, you know, go home, eat some barbecue, eat some Twinkies, whatever, and, you know, live it up.
So what does Herrera bring to the cage that you're most aware of? What's his best aspect to his game?
His best aspect is he looks explosive, and, you know, he looks real scrambly. You know, he doesn't look like the strongest fighter. You know, I see a lot of holes that I can expose, but, you know, it's going to be a cool little scrap. I think it's going to be a fun fight for the first round, and then, you know, after that I'm just going to completely shut him down.
You teased this last time, everyone was talking about, we were looking for the knockout. When do we see the hands?
I think you guys will see the hands now. I'm comfortable. You know, I've solidified a spot in the UFC. You know, the first few fights it was, you know, get my career started. I mean, you know, whether you're a good striker or not a good striker, every time you exchange hands with someone, whether you're leaps and bounds above them or not, you're taking a risk at, you know, losing a fight. So that was a risk I didn't want to take. I wanted to go in there, make some cheese, you know, come out, solidify a spot, in the UFC, and I have, and I think it's finally time to let these hands go.
And then talking about the hands, who you've been training with? Because I know there's a host of boxers that are attesting to how good those hands are.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. I started off as just being a punching bag for a lot of these boxers, and then, it got to the point where, these guys were wanting to spar with me. I've sparred with, Josh Torres a lot. Josh Torres helped me out with a lot of stuff. I sparred with him for his whole last fight, almost like twice a week. And then, my condolence goes out to his family. But Alon Sanchez, I sparred with him probably like once a week for like almost 2 years straight. I sparred with Alon, so my condolences go out to his family. And recently I've been sparring with Angelo Leo, Jose Asadio, and guys like that, high caliber and stuff like that. So it's been really cool to get the experience with those boxers and for them to actually compliment me on my hand. Some guys, some of their trainers even thought I was a boxer, which was kind of a surprise for me. So it was pretty cool.
And then where do you see a win putting you in the division?
I see from here, regardless if he's making his debut or not, I still see myself moving forward. I feel like this is going to be a great performance for me. I feel like this is going to show a lot of what I'm made of, a lot of what I bring to the table, and I'm going to just, lay all my tools out on the table. And I think, either way, whether he's a newcomer or whatever, I'm going to move up, and I definitely think it's going to open a lot of eyes, especially in the top 15, top 10. I think, I'll start getting into those higher ranked guys and start working my way up for a title.
Well, boring decisions don't move people and don't make things happen in that upper echelon. Whether the fights have been only you demonstrating one skill set, they've still been finishes. So how beneficial has that been to you promoting your career and, getting in with the higher ups, them seeing he's a finisher? That's what they want.
Yeah, that's where I feel like I differ from a lot of people, especially in the flyweight division. I don't feel like anybody's actually trying to finish fights like I am. I mean, I feel like everybody's just trying to skate by with the win and, just try and move up or not get cut. I mean, the UFC flyweights are always getting cut because, to be honest, nobody wants to see flyweights. I mean, I barely like to see flyweights, but I feel like I bring a totally different type of aggressiveness and totally different type of killer instinct to the table. I feel like, Dustin Ortiz, if I had the right mindset and if I wasn't so, jittery and starstruck, whatever, I would have finished him, I really believe. And, my last 2 fights have shown that I'm always looking for the finish. I don't sit around trying to grind out a decision. I don't care who they are. I'm going in there for the finish. So I feel like that has a lot of, I have a lot of potential to have a lot of star power in that sense of trying to always finish a fight.
And now, being adjusted to the big stage, being adjusted to the octagon, how's it feel now heading into the fight with these 3 fights behind you now?
It feels easy, man. It feels like, now that I know that's where I belong, it's easy. Like, every fight I've ever been in, it's always been on a different type of stage, so I've always had to adjust that night to what it's like, have the jitters, whatnot. The first fight was obviously, I was real nervous, real tense when I fought Ortiz. The second fight was easier, and then the last fight, man, it was so easy. I was so calm, so relaxed when I went in there that I just felt, I was in the right spot. I felt like there was nothing else I could have done to get more comfortable, and I think this fight's going to show even more how comfortable I am. And the more comfortable I get, the more I'm gonna, throw my hands, whatever it is, and, eventually just start opening up all my bags of tools.
Ray Borg, gotta thank you for the time. Who'd you need to shout out to?
Shout out to all my training partners, everybody helped me get ready for my fight. I got a great team here at Fit. A lot of people saying bad stuff about Fit, but, I got a great team. Shout out to my strength and conditioning coach, Jared Saavedra, at Athlete Ready, and, also all the boxers who've helped me out and sparred with me over the months.
Thank you for the time, sir.
Thank you.